As part of this class, we will be learning how to use Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. Microsoft Word, there are 3 different chapters. Excel and PowerPoint both have 2 chapters. In each chapter, there are 3 different assignments. There is a training, a project, and an exam. The trainings, I believe you have 3 attempts at completing perfectly, and there is no excuse not to have a perfect on the training. Your book will walk you through step by step exactly where to click. The training also has some of those options built in. The project you have, I believe, 3 attempts at completing. And again, there is truly no reason not to have it perfect on this, because you can submit your file, upload it, it will grade it, it will tell you exactly what you got wrong, and it'll point it out to you. You can fix those errors and re-upload it, and it will then give you a better grade as long as you actually fix those errors. So you can upload the file 3 times, that means 2 of those can be fixed times. So there is really no reason not to get a perfect. At minimum, you should get an A. The exam, on the other point, you only have 1 attempt at that, so be very careful when doing the exam. These simulations are very impressive. They show you a full Windows simulated environment, and you will be working in Word, Excel, or PowerPoint. You'll be doing things like typing text, clicking on buttons, inserting pictures, whatever else it is has you do. On the right-hand side, traditionally, is where the instructions are. If you are on a computer with a smaller screen or a lower resolution screen, your instructions may be across the bottom. Personally, I don't like that. I think it takes up too much of the screen, and I like to zoom out. On Chrome, you can do that by holding Control and scrolling. For me, I have to be at 90% to be able to see everything. And you guys can't see everything. There we go. There is a video located here as well, and it even points out to you where that show hide button is. All of this is also located in your textbook. The other option you have is practice. If you screw up too many times, so instead of clicking the button I'm pointing at now, if you clicked on something else, you're like, that's not right. Nope, thought it was that one. Not that one. It's like, your attempts have been exhausted. Click OK to launch the practice learning aid. This will then guide you through and point to you exactly what to do step by step. In the practice area, it will not count as your assignment, so once you do it in the practice area, it will say, congratulations, your practice is complete. Now do it for yourself for credit, basically. So now you'll be able to then click on it and move to the next step. The simulated environment is extremely precise. It is expecting you to do this perfectly. Resources. All right. So I've typed out Aspen Falls Human Resources, just like they did over there on the right, and I will press enter. And it tells me an incomplete action because I did it wrong. Can anyone detect the problem? If you said that the R is not capitalized like it is over here, you would be correct. We need to have a capital R. Even that little mistake of not capitalizing something is enough for the simulated environment to mark you wrong and not let you move on. All right. I have had the software where a student did something perfectly. They showed it to me in my office. They're like, this is what I'm doing, and I watched them do it. I'm like, that is the correct steps. But the simulation would not accept it. If that is the case, try another web browser. I hate to say that that's the best option, but that student and I spent probably 2 hours on the phone with support, and they told me that, what you need to do is reinstall the web browser, and I said that was not an acceptable option. So we just tried Internet Explorer instead of Chrome, and it worked out just fine. Personally, I like Chrome better than Internet Explorer, but whatever web browser you like is your choice. So we'll say 500 South Aspen Street. Oh, all sorts of mistakes there. Let's try that again. Once you're completing a question, it will move you on to the next question. There are 10 questions for each training. And again, it's going to ask you to do a whole bunch of things. If you don't know what you're doing, as I said, read instructions is great. Practice is great. Your book is another great option. Your book and the read instructions will not match these assignments perfectly. They assume you are doing this from scratch, where the simulations are kind of jumping through some of those steps. So you're not doing everything that the book is telling you to do. Something just to be aware of. So just remember, these are very exact instructions. It wants you to do it perfectly, and if you don't do it perfectly, it will not let you move on. This is a little bit annoying, but you will get used to it. The projects and the exams are basically the exact same thing, just the projects you get 3 attempts at and are worth less of your final grade than the exams are. If we click on one of the projects, you will see a new window pop up that has 4 steps on it. The first step is download the starting materials. If we click the download materials button, you will see there are 4 different files that they want you to download for this. We can go ahead and set those all to download. Right, close that out. Step 2 says work on the assignments on your computer, and there's a button that says preview steps. This is the same thing as the instructions that we downloaded. One of those files is instructions. I believe it's normally the first one. So if I click open this Word document, it will have the instructions listed in it for us. So we can go ahead and look, and it tells you what it wants you to do. Notice this, press enter 2 times, then type this. Tells you how many points things are worth, everything else. All right, and when you're done, to save and upload it. Once you're ready to upload, you'll go ahead and you'll say choose your file. Now this again is like a 3-step process, so we're going to choose the file we want to upload. We'll hit open, then we have to hit the upload button again. All right, so let's do that one more time. Choose file, select the file, then say open, and then we have to hit upload. All right, once it's uploaded, we can then submit for grading. When you submit for grading, it will automatically grade that file for you. Now, it may pop up as pending, but basically, normally 5 seconds after you've uploaded, your file is graded. And here you can see I got a 11.3% on this file. If I click on that submission, we have a few options. All right. The live comments report I find to be the best. This does show you your scorecard right here, and it tells you which sections that you lost points on. If we go into the live comments reports, if we download that, and once it's done we open it, it will have comments. So here's just like a submission markup page, and if we scroll down, notice it's got red lines through it, and we have comments on the right, and if we click on the comments, it tells you this is missing, and this shouldn't be there, and it highlights and points to things exactly that you are missing. So the comments page is a very good way to help you increase your score on the project. Putting a little bit of extra work in will get you a much better grade on the projects. Simple things will make you lose points, and even when I do these assignments, there's simple little things that I miss, and I'm like, oh, I gotta resubmit this if I want to get a perfect grade. Oftentimes you can get like a 93 the first time, fix a few little things, and have 100 the second time, if you take your time and be very careful with what you are clicking on. As I said, the exams for each chapter are the exact same thing. So down here we have an exam. You only get one try at this. When you are doing your project for the 3rd time, a window like this will pop up saying, hey, this is your last time you're allowed to do this. We can go ahead and hit continue. And I got a new pop-up, and notice it's the exact same screen. We have different materials this time, only 3 files. Our steps are a little bit different, but the upload and submit assignments is the exact same process. The biggest issue students have with these projects and exams are they upload the wrong file. Can't tell you how many times I've had students email me and be like, Professor, I selected my project instead of the exam when I was uploading the exam file. Can I resubmit that? You should be very careful when you're naming these things. Make sure you're uploading the right file. It is on you to be uploading the right file, so be careful about that. As I said, the exams will also auto-grade when you are done. However, you don't get to redo them, so whether you passed or not, that's all you get.